Hi guys, Omar with Overlanding Just Cause. I've got to tell you, this is take 2. I actually recorded this video the other day, and that's why you see me wearing different clothes. But my audio didn't come out, so I'm just doing the intro. It'll get right into the video, but first I just want to say, boom, I'm installing this Auxbeam 8-gang switch panel. I got it off Amazon. Now with the Commander, I have a nightlight switch panel, which I will never buy that again. It's only been not even 2 years and the buttons are getting stuck. It just feels cheaper than this. When I actually grabbed it, I was like, holy crap, big difference. But I've heard a lot of good reviews on this, and yeah, I can't wait to try it out. Now, I watched a couple videos. GX Bob has a really good video on the install. I installed my actual control panel a little differently. So check that out. And the other thing that you'll see is that the actual switch panel, I didn't mount it on the dash like most people, like you see most people do. I didn't want to drill anything onto the dash, and I didn't want to use that big mount. But the reason I'm saying that is I found this 3D plastic cutout on Etsy. It's from a company called Pangolin Gears, and it's really cool, low profile. And yeah, so check that out. Hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, so let me show you what I have so far. I'm taking this plate that came with the Auxbeam, and I am going to connect it to these two brackets right here that already came with the GX. There's a hole here. I need to make another hole somewhere here. I've also made this hole. This hole is for the actual control box. One end is going to be on this hole right here where my thumb is. That's the other side. And then this will connect here. And that's how it's going to be installed. It's going to lay right up over this fuse box. And boom, that's how I'm going to install it. That way there's support on both sides. And then I still have this whole area right here. I'm going to use these two brackets here, push this one in, boom, tighten it up, and we have ourselves a little mount. And I didn't have to do much modification. I drilled into this piece that came with the Auxbeam bracket. So I am going to go ahead and pre-stage the wires, and then from there mount it. So again, grommet right there, see that big one, and use the old hanger technique. You'd be lucky if you find one of these in the house nowadays. But let me show you where it's coming out of, right there. So the wire, you got to be careful because there's that bundle right here. So as soon as I stuck it in a little bit, I started looking for it, and it was in between those wires. So I had to push it out and go around that bundle. One thing to be careful for, minimal damage to the grommet, which is always good news. All right, so this is what I have so far. I've got the negative power not yet hooked up, it's just standing by. I'm gonna do this fuse connected to, and I watched GX Bob put this on. He mounted it a little differently, but he ended up using the rear windshield wiper, which is this fuse right here, 15 amp. Took it out and then replaced it with one from the actual cap of this. So let's do that. And I'm not gonna need all this cord right here. So I'll hook it up. I use maybe this much. Give myself a little bit extra just in case I need to move it later on down the road. But yeah, let's do that. I am going to go ahead and heat shrink it, make it just a little bit more waterproof. I'm gonna do something, you might as well do it right, is what my mom always said. So you notice, cut a little notch right there for the wire to come out so it doesn't rub. All right, guys, so this is what I have. It's got the Auxbeam. This plate right here that it's attached to came with the Auxbeam. Again, it also came with this bracket here, which I'm not using, but maybe we'll definitely save and maybe use some other time. The entrance of the Auxbeam is going to be on this side. I still have all this space right here for that compressor that I said I wanted to get eventually. And if that compressor takes too much space, I'll just relocate this somewhere over here, right? But for now, it's nice and sturdy. It's not gonna move. I've got the red wire, or the power wire coming around. I've got the negative. I've got the fuse right here, zip tied. Thanks GX Bob, gave me that idea, because even though I was trying to figure out a different spot, the wire isn't long enough. I was thinking about putting it right here on this side and then connecting, but again, the wire wasn't long enough. Now what I will do is go inside the GX and start playing around with the mount. But first, I'm gonna wash my hands because it's a beige interior and I don't wanna mess it up. So let me wash my hands, let's get inside. Okay, so first things first, before I go any further, is I'm gonna test it out just because, you know, you never know. I could have messed some stuff up. I have light. That's cool. Let it run for a couple minutes. Right, so the plan is that this gets connected like so. So it gets screwed in from the back, right? And then it mounts, I don't know if you can see that, right here, which is pretty cool. I could just boop, boop. And that way it's, I mean, I thought it was a good idea only because, I mean, here, you know, it's accessible. Here it is too, but here it's, you know, it's right there. You're looking at the road. You can see what you want. Sure. The downfall to having it here, in my opinion, is that everyone sees that you have it. I don't know. I like this. I like that I don't have to drill into this. I don't have to, you know, mount that bracket. This is kind of low profile, is out of the way. Bam. I think it's gonna look good. It was a tight fit, breaking a sweat. Bam. Got my Auxbeam. Lights are on because door's open, but so the wire goes down here, goes across, you know, about almost midway, comes out through here. Got it in the crease. Down here, it goes down. As you notice, there are no wires exposed. And then comes across here. I've tucked it back behind this and through the grommet. I like it. Like I said, I think it It looks almost, you know, factory. Got it squared off with that piece up there, the lighting. No wires showing. I don't have anything on my dash. I don't know. I mean, I think it was a pretty cool find on Etsy. And yeah, guys, tell me what you think. Let me know in the description. Leave comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.